When you start changing the way you look at it in that way, you start getting super creative. Let me give you an example. When I started this technique, I started digging deep, bro. Like I was going over the comments of the credit bureaus. Like how many of you guys even do that? How many of you guys even read the comments of the credit bureaus? Because we become so systematic. All we're looking for is the FICO score and the mortgage. And it's not your fault. It's because you might be in a state where you're kind of like done. You're just done with the process. You feel like you're in a hamster wheel. It's like, oh no, here you go. Another lead with just $25 savings. Let me go and get this over real quick. We become so ingrained within this process where we're just like, let me get this out of the way. I'm looking for that $100 a month savings or plus, right? But that's us. That's us justifying whether or not it's benefit. It's us making the decision to not actually take the time to get creative and create value, create what it actually truly offers. And I promise you, if you just take those couple steps, you're going to find that you're going to get more return. You're going to get better results. More importantly, you're going to take the focus off the fact that the rate's only dropping 1/8% or 1/4%. You're going to take the focus off the fact that the rate may be increasing. You're going to take the focus off of the fact that maybe they're going from 29 years to 30, right? Because that becomes concerns, doesn't it? So if you learn to use this hack and get creative and be like, hey, you know what? I had an idea. I want to run it by you. I was going through the credit report and you noticed one common comment from the credit bureaus. And they're saying that your credit card balance to max credit limit ratio is too high. And I found something. I did the math for you. I actually added up because the first payment on this loan, like let's say they're going to fund in December, it's not due until next year. That's powerful, isn't it? So the first payment's not going to be due until next year. It's going to be due February 1st. And then you're going to get your escrow refund probably around mid-February or about 30 days after we close the loan. Then you're going to get about $1,900 back at the time of funding, depending on the loan amount or program, because sometimes it can go all the way up to $1,999. And then you're going to find out like, oh, you know what? I did the math and it came out to about $6,000. And the reason why I want to run this idea by you is because if you didn't necessarily need the $6,000 to put in the bank, you can actually remove these comments from the credit bureaus. And based on my experience, because you won't have any debt, you're actually going to remove $350 in monthly payment obligations that you send per month and keep that in the bank. But more importantly, remove the comment from these credit bureaus that are weighing your FICO score down. Now you might be like, but D, what if they have a 720 FICO? So what? FICO goes all the way up to 850. They don't have an 850. They don't got a 780, right? Again, it's all in how you look at the message. So if you choose to look at the message in that way of like, oh man, what's your other choice? What's your alternative? Your alternative is to pay $350 more, to keep these negative comments on the credit bureaus, to not have an 850 FICO, to continue living check to check. Does that make sense? So when you look at it in that way, there comes this confidence that radiates within your message and thus puts you in position to actually deliver value. You're no longer delivering a product or a 30-year fix or rate and term, a refinance. You're not selling any of that. What you're selling is the result. You're selling the feeling. Does that make sense? We do a lot of things for feeling. We look for relationships because we want a feeling. We drink coffee because we need a feeling. We listen to music because we're looking for feelings. So look at that psychological trick right there. All these people are looking for are feelings. They're not looking for the lowest rate. They're not looking for the lowest fees. That is what they say because that's all they know what to say. They don't speak our language. Does that make sense? And when we understand that those feelings can only be attained by the results, then we start shifting our focus to what truly matters. And it is the results. It is the offering of your product.